Hello, welcome back to number 3. Um, I know this is pretty boring when you just have a blank screen sitting there looking at it and you're watching my little, circle wander around and whatnot. So please bear with me and hopefully we can get to some more interesting things. Now that we've gone down the toolbar and had a look at what some of those possibilities are, let's go across here and actually look at some of these. The settings, if you're on brush, the settings gives you the actual brush settings. It's pinnable, so you can pin it down and it'll stay wherever it is that you put it. It allows you to access the anti-alias brush, the internal brushes, and then your custom brushes. So when we're using the internal brushes or the custom brushes, it will allow you to choose your mode, default, additive, etc., including smears and things. You can set your size up to 100%. You can set your opacity up to 255, and your step. It's usually set to relative steps, so the bigger that your brush is, the bigger the steps will be, so that it stays in an even way and you get a generally smooth line. Your speed scale, if you want it to get smaller or larger with how fast or how slow you go. Whether you want it to have a random position, a random size, a random angle, random hue, saturation, value, your bleed, and your dry out. Your anti-alias here, you can turn it off, you can set it low, or you can set it high. So that's what's here on the first one. Your custom brush allows you to actually make your own brush. This is also where you will do a lot of your transformations. You just click to allow it to transform. It's the same as the button that's up there. And then your matte brush style will take whatever your brush is and it will use the color in the buffer. If you use the color brush style, especially on the custom brushes, it will be whatever color that custom brush was to begin with. So then here, as I said, helps you to make your own. And then down in here, there's patterns, there's brush effects, which includes lens flares, some things of that nature. Lots of things to explore down in there. And then the third tab here is your FX. You enable your FX here. There's impasto, gel. These are things that it applies after you do your line. So in the case of, say, shadow, we're going to pick blues so that you can see the difference. We go in, and as I'm drawing, as you see, it's just the line. When I let go, the shadow appears. So that's what these do. It's generally an after effect. It can be a fairly real time. Anyway, we were talking about the how to enable the FX. Again, the X clears everything to whatever your secondary color is. So if I had the blue as a secondary color, it cleared all the blue. Alright, so there's the main brush settings and what they do. The one that you'll probably use most of the time is this. These are also duplicated up here. There's your size, your opacity, your steps, your mode, and then your style, whether or not it's matte or color. So that's the shorthand version if you don't need to adjust all the other pieces and things there. Next, this is shapes. These are alternate brushes that you can use. So they just do exactly what it looks like. And then here, there's some various brush sets. Your alternate 2, your cyber sign. There's basically several different ones, and you can make these for yourself, and you just put them in the brush shape presets. If you want some special things, they do have a maximum size on them. I think it's 96 by 96. But that can give you some neat effects there as well. Next one we're going to go to is the papers. This allows you to choose some various patterns. You can load in more things. You can also, whatever you have in the custom brush, you can use that as what your pattern is as well. Load in new things, change your relief, your scale. These are all pretty much equivalent to things that you'd find in other art programs. So those are there. That allows you to, turn them on. And for a shortcut, you just turn the texture off and on right there. By clicking on it, the little yellow thing says that your texture is on, and when it's off, it's off. So that's a shortcut to turn it off and on, if you depending on what you're using. The X, excuse me, the X will clear out all your brush settings. If you sometimes when you're switching around the brushes, some of those settings will get stuck on, like your sizes and things like that. Using the X sets everything back to 100, 255, and a step 6. So that's a quick way to reset everything again. Papers has the same thing. That will clear all the paper texture settings. The next thing that we will deal with then is the media browser. You just come right here. That allows you to browse all these really, really cool things. This shows the icon. There we go. These are the icons for some of the various ones. You can have it so it shows larger icons so that you can kind of see it a little bit better, or shorter. The windows are resizable so that you can do the different things. Lots of different pieces, and on the positive you can make a new folder and then save things as a new folder to save your own effects as you go through. You just click once you make a folder, you click on it so you have an empty spot, and then you can go through and save the name of your new brush and whatnot into the media there. So that's the basic media folder. It includes all of the bristles, some presets on them, the orbicals, some presets on those, and the foliage and the particles, which we'll go over in another video. So these are your general ones. You've got your various art styles and tools along in them that are these are all included. Well, not all of these, but a lot of these are included. Some of these, of course, are my own brushes and things that I've made. So that's that. The little arrow here is the same as if you're clicking on the right-clicking on the brush. So if you don't want to right-click on the little brush symbol, this has all the exact same things there in that menu. Alright, I think that's it for this one, and since I'm going to have to do some serious editing on it, and we'll cover particles and foliage on the next one.